Good morning. It's January 30th, 2012. Foreign markets are down. Our news was pretty flat. The general trend is down. We'll watch for a setup and get back to you. We've been in a pretty much sideways environment since the opening. The mid-size charts favor a long, but it's not too convincing. There's a two-bar reversal. It looks tempting. We'll take a pause till we see a setup. Okay, we could have a foot forming on 987. Got some big money in the game right now with the high volumes. Okay, this is getting pretty tempting. Okay, we got some more big money come in on the short. Could come an ugly foot on 233. 987 still could pan up. Could have a bounce on 610. A lot of separation on the larger charts. 233 change up. We're still churning in a pretty narrow band. I think prices will come back down one more time before it goes up. Don't know if that's going to happen. $6.10 change up. Can't change. We don't want to chase it at this point. 987 change up. We'll take a pause till we see a setup. Here's an interesting situation. We had a foot forming on 987. It looked like quite a bit along. And then we had a foot forming on 610. Looked like a short. Also, 440 looks like a short too. Oh boy, that's confusing. And of course, you want to stay out when there's confusion. Here we see a reversal, two-bar reversal, and a rooftop type formation. That might be a long, but again, can't get much agreement on the MACDs. They're saying more up. So we'll just sit tight. Here's a head and shoulders that almost got to the area. But again, we're not getting a lot of support for a decision like that on the MACD, so we'll just sit tight. Okay, I took a trade late in the day. I saw that price got up to a 50 fib here on the 1597. Looks like it's reversing. And I'd say on this one, we'd hope to get back to this deep right here.
233, change down.
Got a nice bulge on 440, plenty of separation on the mid-sized charts. The volume's picked up. We've got some big boys in there. How about that? I eyeballed that fib right on the nose. We've got some support right there. Got some support right there. We'll see if we can make it through this level here at 789.4. I see some head and shoulders formations around that are supporting a short. Our volumes are dropping off. Okay, we've broken that support. Let's see if we can make it down to that major fib. Today was a pretty difficult trading day for me, so I stayed out. This is pretty much it. Came down. Uh, had an opportunity for long here, but it was pre-market with hardly any volume, so I'm not ready for that kind of action. It didn't go too far. Then we meandered down. Came up, and this was a 50 on one of the fib setups. Here was a 2-bar reversal. That might have been a good place to get in right there. Let's take a look. Well, right about here is where you had your confirmation. So between that 2-bar and your MACDs, you wanted to get in around here. That would have been a decent gain, and if you would have stuck it out, would have been a nice gain. This turned out to be a significant pivot point. As you can see, this thing did have some indication. If you took a fib extension from here to here to here, it came down right to here. So that fib extension did give you a hint that we were going to switch direction. That was at the 61. Alright, let's go back and look at our trade. We've come up to the deeps here. Maybe we'll come back down, getting a foot formation on 440. Kind of a bounce on 610. That's not a good sign, but we'll hang in there.
Stop filled.
Okay, that didn't work out. You know, we just was this. I'm going to name this chart today Old Man River. He just came meandering down kind of aimlessly. There was some sense to it, but I couldn't make sense of it during the trading period. And here he made his big change. Again, there was an indication. It came to the fib extension 61 and or 62, and then he took off. So that would have been a nice. Even on this pullback, he didn't make it all the way to major fibs. So what wasn't easy reading for me today. So I pretty much stayed out. Good trading to you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.